Uganda. Oh, say. Oh, say. Munya, munya, CDC, munya. Thank you very much.
So many times people ask the question, what has Tubman done? But sometimes people don't know so much. When Tubman started in 2005, Tubman decided to bring the Rafiki Foundation. Today, Rafiki Foundation is one of the bigger NGOs in Liberia providing support to young people. If you go to Boys Town, you'll see the work Rafiki Foundation is doing. And so, Tubman has stayed in Liberia. The CDC invited Tubman in May of this year to come and be a member, because Tubman has been a part of the CDC since 2005. And Tubman accepted the invitation to join the CDC. Today, he is the standard bearer of the CDC. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is really a pleasure for me to now introduce to you the man who will be the next president of Liberia, His Excellency Ambassador Winston A. Tubman.
Fellow Sidicians, please sit down. Now, the elections coming up will give us a chance to prove that CDC, the young people of Liberia, have it within them to make the country better. We heard our representative talk about the good work that she is doing, and we congratulate her for that. But even if everyone in this room succeeded in doing that, we wouldn't be able to really come to grip with the problems. We need state power to do that. Because if we don't have state power and people who are corrupt and using state resources for their personal or party reasons, we will not be able to make much of a difference. So what is important is that we should form a political arrangement, a ticket that will succeed in gaining state power in the upcoming elections. And once we have state power, for instance, we hope and it is expected that we will find petroleum products in our country. Then we will have huge revenues, like in other countries that have oil. It will be like a curse if we don't have the right leadership. And we know we have a leadership by the way they are behaving, what they are doing with our little resources that we have now. If they are put in charge of those resources, we will find that all of that vast new revenue will go to their personal bank accounts. People say, what will you do to fight corruption? First thing we'll need to do that is to get people who are not corrupt. But if you keep recycling people whose behavior in the field of corruption is already so well known, you will not be able to break that. But we will be able to break that cycle because we'll employ, we'll use young people, people who haven't yet been corrupted by corruption. And that is the way we will be able to tackle this problem of corruption. I have made sacrifices. I'm offering myself to serve. I could have remained in the United States when the coup happened in 1980. In fact, most people who could were leaving. Instead, I went back. I've stayed there throughout. People sometimes say, why did you join the NDPL? I joined the NDPL when I did, when Doe was still alive, when the war was still going on, and the war was destroying our country. I felt that if I got involved, and involved the international community, especially the government of the United States, if they became involved, it would be possible to stop the war and end the violence and end the killing. At that time, there were other Liberians who felt, and they have admitted it now, that they were pushing for this war to continue. They were pushing to use violence to solve this problem. And today the problem isn't solved. We don't have the unity and the healing in our country that we need. In my view, therefore, the next election is not so much about winning, it is about healing. But I tell you, when I was at the convention of the CDC, I never felt more at home, that I was welcomed there, that people weren't saying to me, oh, you were there, you are this, you're that. They welcomed me, and I've continued to feel welcomed in the party. I feel welcome here today. And working with my fellow Sidicians, I am convinced that we will win in the elections coming. Every day, the swell of support that our party is generating in Liberia is quite a phenomenon. People call. People are lining up to get our membership. So we think that what we have done is to come up with the right combination, the right approach that will bring us victory. So I'm inviting all of you to be excited about this. Come home if you can to help in the election. If you cannot, send money home, send encouragement home to your relatives and friends there. This is our chance to take power in Liberia and make a real change in our country.
My question is, I've heard members from other parties saying that the present government is not doing well in Liberia as concerned with water, electricity, and roads. If you become president today or tomorrow, what will be your first tackle, or what will be your first agenda if you become president?
I will tackle, and I've already begun working on that, is to put our team together. You will recall that after the election in 2005, it was a very long time before we knew who would be in the government. That's the first thing I would tackle, because you need to have a team. And when I get my team together, we will also discuss what things we would do first, what priorities we would have. I was having a discussion recently with John Maloof,